Yo, yo, yo. What is the dealio, y'all? What's the dealio, man? Hey, we live and direct, right? You already know this is gonna be a straight banger. All right. We gonna talk about the market. We gonna talk about some setups, man, for tomorrow. All right. Johnny, what's up? What's up? Best Beezy, what up? Alchemist, how you feeling, Alchemist? How you been doing, Alchemist? You been hitting these plays out the park or what? How you been doing? Who else tapping in with me? Right? This is for all my late night peeps. Right? Came on a little bit later today. Right? This all for all my late night peeps. Okay. Doria, how you feeling, Doria? Shali, how you feeling back there? You good? P Bryant, P Bryant in the building. Shout out to P Bryant, man. He doubled his whole account last week. Right? Last week was a historical day and week for him, man. So shout out to Pete Bryant, man. Jerry, what's up? What's up, James? How you feeling, Marquin? Right? What's up, Marquin? Fearless Faith and Fun. What's up? You out here in Phoenix? Shout out to Phoenix. If y'all watching this, man, like this video, okay? Don't forget to get these likes up as we coming on in on this live. All right? Y'all already know I'm gonna give you guys levels. I'm gonna give you guys analysis. I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown. All I ask is that you like this video. All right. Trees, what up? Angel, how you doing, Angel? Been good. Been working 16 hours a day. Oh, okay. Only traded once last week. Got you. Okay. I feel you. Finishing up the year. What up, Genesis? How you feeling? I hope all is well with you. All right. So listen, y'all. It's been it was a great day in the market today. Okay, it was a great day in the market today. Now let me ask you guys this first things I'm gonna ask you, right? Who made money on any of my call outs today? MMM, right? MMM, what's up, Reggie? MMM, right? 3M went up today. What's up, Angie? How you feeling? How you feeling? So let's look at this. Okay. MMM today they went up to 170.22. Okay. So you could have made some money with them. Or if you would have followed my other thing on a watch list, what do we have? QUBT. QUBT. Right? What did they say? Where they at? 1152. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? I said if QUBT gets above, what did I say? 1094, right? Enter into calls. Right? If QUBT gets above 1094, enter into calls, right? And look what it did. 1094, and look what happened, right? 1152. Okay? What did I tell you guys about the SPY? What did I tell you guys about IWM, right? 312 bullish reversal. What did it do? Became a 2 up on a daily. Right? This we do this every day. All right? We do this every single day, y'all. Okay? I told you guys QUBT was on a double bottom, right? It was on a double bottom. What did it do? It confirmed today. Right? It confirmed today and it went crazy, up 12% on the day. All you need is one of those trades to change your life. All you need is one of those trades to make you a believer. All you need is one of those trades to open up your eyes. That's all you need. Just one. Just one of those trades. Right? One of those trades can be the catalyst of everything moving forward. One of those trades could change the trajectory of your life. Right? I gave you guys 3 trades to pay attention to this week and today, and look what happened. One of them, QUBT, could have made you a crazy bag today, right? Could have made you a crazy bag today. I'm just saying, right? I hope you guys are paying attention and really taking this stuff in and understanding what's really happening, because people's lives are being changed here, right? From these call outs. All right. Davita, she smacked SoFi, QUBT. There you go. We know Best B hit it, right? IWM helped you recover losses from last week. IWM went crazy today, right? What's up, Dr. V? What up, Doc? Marquin said Google held the market up. They had to have some kind of stock hold the market up, right? They can't just keep making the stock market come down, right? So, and that's the thing that I've said too. I said pay attention to the market, because if you see like Nvidia and Microsoft and Meta down, then you're gonna see, Google and Apple, they gonna be up, right? Because they're some of the biggest holdings of the whole S&P. So it's like when some stocks are down in the Mag 7, you're gonna have a couple that are up to keep the market balanced, right? So yeah, QUBT, it is cheap. Only takes a deal or one trade to change it all. That's it. That's all it takes. All right, that's all it takes. Indeed, I was watching IWM today, but I couldn't get an entry, unfortunately. Yeah, they trended all day. All right, so we're gonna go over that today. We're gonna go over them. If you guys are tuning in, man, let me know where y'all tuning in from, and also like this video. Okay, like this video. So, so check this out, y'all. All right, check this out. No matter what color the market is, we're gonna show up, right? We're gonna show up. I started doing these lives. I just want to start sharing my charting, right? And I think it's been pretty good, pretty successful. A lot of y'all have been getting value from it. A lot of y'all have been getting plays from it. And a lot of y'all been making money, okay? So, so let's go over SPY, and we're going to go over IWM, okay? Yeah, you went in on healthcare. Yeah, Best B went silly today. He went silly today. All right. So let's look at the market. All right. Let's look at the market for today. So Vincent said Texas. He said I killed it in IWM. $5 move. Hey, for sure. $5 move. I gave y'all the play. I gave you guys the play. Now, the beautiful thing is these setups, they show themselves every single day, right? So if you missed it today, pay attention, and we're going to find something for tomorrow, all right? Holiday, no holiday, holiday week, market open, we're going to get some movement, all right? So let's go. Let's go lock in. All right. So I told you guys yesterday, what did I say? I said calls above 664.57, right? Calls above 664.57. It got above there, right? 664.57 got above there. I said the next level, 667.30, right? Got above there. I said the next level, 669.27, right? Got above there a little bit and then started to reject, okay? See what I'm saying? So look, I gave y'all 3 levels, right? I gave this to you guys like picture perfect, right? Picture perfect. So, calls above 664.57, right? Next level to pay attention to, 667.30. Broke above there. It could reject at 669.27. And look what it did. No candle body got above 669.27. Right? Now the wicks, we have some wicks go higher, but nothing closed above 669.27. Literally right here, this is 669.26. Right? Pinpoint accuracy. So for tomorrow, let's go look at the daily. Right? All right. So we have a retracement to 675 is the next hurdle we have to get over. All right. So my first price target for tomorrow on SPY is going to be 675.55. All right. First off, price target. All right. Price target 1. 675.55. All right. This the level I'm going to be looking for to get to, right? But where do we have to get above? 670.08. Right? Calls above 670.08. Okay? Clear cut. Now let's go to the 4-hour real quick and see. We have no resistance. All right, y'all? We have no resistance here. 0. Right? 0 resistance, y'all. So let's go look and see where SPY is at right now. Right now, SPY is at, they're down 8 cents, so they're flat right now, right? So that's where SPY is at right now, which is perfect. So very simple, okay? 670.08, right? What up, Drew? Shout out to Douglasville, man. What's up, Henry? 670.08, okay? That's, if we get above there, enter in the calls. If we get above there, we could come retest this to 675. All right? That is what I'm going to pay attention to tomorrow for the SPY. Right? If you guys want to be very conservative, you could wait until it gets above 670.44. All right? Because we could reject that 670.44 potentially. All right? So, that's the SPY. All right? That's the game plan for the SPY. Now, none of this is financial advice, okay? None of this is, I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm seeing on the charts. But none of this is financial advice, just so we clear. Right? So, with that being said, that's a SPY. Cut and dry, simple, clear, clean trade, right? If you guys are watching, be sure to like this video, all right? Like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm giving you guys levels that people are making thousands of dollars from, all right? Yesterday, I called QUBT. It was on a double bottom. We ate, all right? And if you would have caught that, I told you above 1094, it panned out beautifully today, all right? So we giving you guys levels daily to help you guys change your life in the stock market, all right? No BS, right? No fluff. Real deal Holyfield over here, all right? So that's the SPY. Let's go over IWM, okay? If y'all are just tuning in, let me know in the comments where you guys tuning in from. Next, right? We got see. All right. Next, we got IWM. Now, IWM ripped today. All right. They absolutely ripped. You see this right here? One pullback at the end of the day, and that was it. Right? So, let's look at the daily. So I told you guys that we could come up to 241.05 and reject. All right? So, tomorrow, I'm going to be looking for a rejection at 241.80.03. Okay? So, rejection point. $241.03. Okay. So, and yesterday, look, for today, I told 37.11, right? Calls above 237.11. We got above 237.11, and then look what happened. It went all the way to 240. All right. So now, let me erase yesterday. Okay. Now, we going to say, oh, I already had it right here. Rejection level 241, right? So, we got calls above 240.42. All right. So, calls above 240.42. Now we got a rejection point at 241.03. Right? So, be on the lookout for that rejection at 241.03. Right? Now, what could also happen? We could be rejecting here. We could come down to 239.61. It's also the 200 EMA on a 4-hour. We could also come down to 238, and we could bounce there as well. All right? So tomorrow, for IWM, I want you guys to pay attention to, we're either going to go straight up to 241, reject, and then we're going to come down to like 239, potentially 237, 238, or we're going to do the opposite. At market open, we're going to sell off, come down here, have a recovery, and then we're going to go and test this 241 area. All right? Remember I said this. This is what's going to happen. We're either going to go straight to 241 and reject, or we're going to come down first, right? Come down first, and then we're going to sell off, have a recovery, and end up going to 241. All right? Those, and look, calls above 240.42. Right? And this is what's going to happen. If we go up, if we just go straight up tomorrow, IWM is going to bear trap people. I'm telling you guys. It's going to bear trap people. I mean, bull trap people, bull trap. Right? Because they're not going to see this 241 level. Right? So what's going to happen is IWM is going to go up to 241 if this happens. People are going to get into calls. They're not going to see this level right here. It's going to reject, and they're going to lose money. Mark my words. The reason why IWM came up so much today, there was no resistance above 237.11. Right? There was no resistance. There was no resistance. So IWM just had room to run today. But as we could see, we're sitting right here. We got a fair value gap right here. And we look like we're rejecting right here already. And we're in an equilibrium zone. So we may come up a little bit more. But tomorrow, if we do not get above 241, puts are going to be the move on IWM tomorrow. All right? This is what's going to happen. Mark my words. All right? Mark my words. I'm giving you guys the blueprint, right? I'm giving you guys the hidden areas where you could get faked out at, right? Snellville, Georgia, what's up? Shout out to Snellville. Shout out to South Carolina, Florida. What's up, Florida? Nah, IWM is not on a bearish 3. Yeah, man, hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, okay? I just gave you guys the blueprint for SPY tomorrow, and I also gave you the blueprint for IWM tomorrow, okay? Also, because IWM didn't have a major pullback today, right? Watch what happened tomorrow. I'm thinking bull trap, right? I'm thinking bull trap. So keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. Tomorrow, well, today was 1,000% trade on IWM. I didn't hit 1,000%. But tomorrow could be another opportunity to make 200-300% on IWM. Right? Tomorrow is going to be a great opportunity on IWM. I see the setup already, right? I see the setup. I'm telling you guys what's going on right here, right? Like, it's clear as day. This is going to be liquidity. If we reject, oh my goodness, it's going to look like last week all over again, okay? It's going to look like last week all over again if we start to reject. Okay? Keep this stuff in mind. Right? We might open up green, but I think that puts are going to be the move tomorrow because we're coming up to the levels of rejection. And if we don't break above the rejection levels, we're coming right back down. Okay? So I want to make sure that we all clear. Right? I don't know who else y'all listen to and when we talk about trading the stock market, but I want to be very clear about what I'm saying, right? And what I'm seeing, right? I'm not the type that's going to be like calls. No. I'm going to give you the game and I'm going to give you guys the breakdown, right? The analysis. And then we're going to be able to be like, okay, what's the real game plan here? Right? That's what a real coordinator does. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, coach, right? They going to give you a thorough game plan so that you are not caught with your pants down. Right? What good does it do me for you to lose money? You see what I'm saying? It don't do me no well. Right? The reason why the market ran up so much today is because a lot of stocks had no resistances. They had no resistances. That's why they gapped up and it went higher. Tomorrow, we're going to start seeing a lot more rejections. We're going to start seeing a lot more red. Right? Yeah, I'm not convinced to the upside either. Right? Your QUBT hit, yep, on the double bottom. That's right, wilt to the fee. Audio keeps going in and out. Let me put it right there for you. All right. So the reason why the market went up today so crazy is because there were no resistances, right? So let me break this down for you guys. Look at this, right? Like this is the reason why things happen, right? This is the understanding, right, This is the understanding. This is real life understanding, okay? So let me tell you guys why the market pumped today the way it did and why we're going to see a lot of rejections or we're going to see more red today, right? If you guys are just now tapping in, like this video for me, subscribe to the channel, and also be sure to comment and let me know where you guys are tuning in from, all right? Before the end of this year, let's make sure we get to 3,000 subscribers. All right, we at 28 something. Let's make sure we hit 3,000 subscribers before December 31st. All right. I will really appreciate that if y'all hit the subscribe button and tune in and tap in to the channel, because I'm changing your life, right? And like this video. So now, why did the market pump so much today, right? Look, okay? Look at this. So, for example, IWM, right? This is on the daily. Right? Look at this. So, I said calls above 237. We had $2 of no resistance, right? No resistance. So of course the stock is going to pump, right? Look at SPY, right? Above here, no resistance, right? No resistance, right? QQQ, above here, no resistance, right? No resistance. Look at Netflix, right? Above here, no real resistance except right here. And that's why I rejected right there, right? Robinhood, look, above this level, no resistance, right? Nvidia about to go up tomorrow. Affirm, above here, no resistance, right? Look at Dell. Dell is about to be on the moon mission. They got earnings this week. They got them on Wednesday. So, but there's no resistance here. Look at Intel. Above here, no resistance. Okay? Shopify. Above here, no resistance until we hit right here. Okay? Uber was down today. They be playing. Applied, right? Above here, no resistance, right? Exactly. He said a lot of thin structure. Exactly. Look at QUBT, right? Above here, no resistance, right? But as you can see, now we're coming up to some resistance levels right here, right? Right there, right? We're coming up to resistance right here, right? This is a whole liquidity zone right here, right? Look at SPY. We're coming up right here, okay? Look at QQQ. We're coming up to resistance right here, right? Let's look at Shopify. We got resistance right here, right? $4 to $5 away. Right? APLD, we coming up to resistance right here. Right? Who else we got? Carvana, resistance right here. Right? Palantir. Palantir got some room all the way up to 174. Once they hit 174, then they're gonna have some resistance. Right? AMD. Right? Look at AMD. Got above here. Once they hit 230, then they gonna come down if they don't come down off of here. Right? So that's why the market pumped today, right? Best B said a lot of thin structure. First ballot said straight up equals straight down. Straight down equals straight up. This is why people love market crashes, because the recoveries be so legendary and they happen so fast, because we have these candles that just come straight down. And so that's why you have big moves to the upside. This is why market crashes are good. Them red days where stocks are down 3, 5, 8, 10%, you should love those days, because you can make the money to the downside, but also when you do come back to the upside, it's going to happen pretty fast. 1, maybe 2 days once we get in that area, in that vicinity, because the price is like a magnet and it needs to go back up and it needs to balance out where it just came from. Right? This is how we play the game here. Okay? This is how we play the game. Right? This is how we play the game, y'all. All right, I don't care what nobody else talking about. This is how you understand the game on a deep level, and then you make money from the game. All right? I'm giving y'all this stuff. This is a gift. All right? So if you guys want to tap in, you could do one of two things. You could book a one-on-one, link in the description. You could also say, I want to join the Prosperity Collective in the trading community, and you could do the same thing, right? So trade with us or work with me one-on-one, and let's really, really, really make this money together, and let's change our lives, right? My life has changed. People in the Discord life's changing, right? If you ain't where you want to be, come get in where you fit in and come change your life. All right? AVGO, I heard about AVGO. I didn't even see him for real. AVGO, what they do today? They was up 11%. Damn. Look at this, right? Look at this right here. Damn, hold on. Look at this right here. Right? Above here, this is a 2-2 bullish reversal. No resistance. It retraced this whole candle in one day. Right? In one day. This move right here could have changed your life. I didn't even see this. Right? The stock market is going to present you with infinite possibilities every single day, y'all. Every single day. All right? What about FedEx? Let me see real quick. Let me look at FedEx real quick. It's on a 1 bar. Okay, so let's look at FedEx. Right? If y'all watching this, be sure to like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right? Let's get to 3K by the end of the year. So, why I keep doing that? All right, so let's look at FedEx real quick. Okay, it's on a bearish 1 bar, right? Okay. And then, all right, so this is how we play FedEx. Very simple, right? If we break below 265, then we could come down to 263, right? This is gonna be a range right here, okay? It's gonna be a range right here, right? So if we come down, as long as we stay above 260, we good, right? So even if we come down, as long as we stay above 260 and you see a reversal here, and we could come up, do this, and then go higher, all right? What I learned about FedEx is FedEx likes to pull back first before it makes the initial move of the setup that you saw. All right, so as long as we stay above 260, then we good on FedEx. All right, this is also why I say, when I'm talking about levels, don't enter until it breaks the level or until the trade triggers, right? The Angelo Show, what's up, Angelo Show? He said, nobody shows the exact resistance levels. If we can't make money from your call outs, I don't know. Exactly, right? That's exactly, like, I don't know what else to say, right? Even inside of the Discord, when we trading live, I be walking everybody through every single thing, right? Whether I'm up, I'm down, why, my rationale, all of that stuff. So, because I really, really, really want you guys to understand it. I don't want you to need me, right? I don't want you to need me. That's the whole thing. I want you to surpass me, right? So, what about, yeah, so FedEx, just went over FedEx. Are you only set up for day trade? Really thinking about, yeah, come join. No, we swing trading, right? Day trading. We got leap section in there as well, right? So we got the whole little situation: overnight swings, 2-day swings, 3-week swings, day trades, all of that. And we use the strap method. The strap method is the most powerful trading method that I've seen, and I love it. Okay, so if you don't know about the strap method, come learn that way of trading, and I'll change your life. Right? We'll change your life. Okay. For sure, Mel. All right. Yeah, listen, if you like my YouTube, you'll love the Discord. That's what I always say. All right. I have an infinite well of wisdom that pours out for me. That's truly what I believe, right? There's an infinite well of wisdom. Me, we got Marcel, we got the trading bots, right? We got a whole course that you have access to as well. We have weekly study sessions, right? We got all of that stuff. So it ain't just a group where we got call outs. It's a group where you come really learn how to really, really, really do this stuff to the point where you could go do this on your own and go teach your kids, your family, and all of that other stuff. This is way deeper than just trading, right? This is where you come to understand things on a level that you may not be getting elsewhere. All right. So, so yeah, and then we got Dr. V. She said, "You will have no regrets." Yep. Best decision I made. Yep. We could look over TSM in a second, Genesis. Isaiah, do you think you all may offer a discount? No. And the reason why is because our price for the first 9 months was less than half than what it is now, right? So we're not going to, honestly. It's the price is the price, and that's just really what it is, right? Because you got to think, this is a premium, right? When we compare everything and stuff like that, we're offering something that's premium, and we don't want to be associated with like discounts. If I'm just being honest, right? You can change your life and level up here, and that's just really what it is, right? So, it's no disrespect to anybody or anything like that. I ain't trying to be condescending, but we're going to stand on our value, right? Because we know what is being offered here. It's people's lives are really getting changed. It's people quitting their jobs, people making $5K a day, literally, right? That could be you too. So, yeah, join on procrastinate. Yeah, procrastination has a cost too, right? Learning something new every day. She said here, Lola said she made money today with QUBT, right? This is what I'm saying. She made money today with QUBT, right? Yeah, Brittany, study session tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, don't be scared to make money. That's real, doc. All right, full course plus weekly training. Yeah, like it don't get much better than that. I'm talking about in-depth stuff. I'm not talking about just regular stuff here. I'm talking about in-depth stuff consistently, right? We don't miss. So now let's find some more setups for tomorrow. Okay. We're gonna go through the charts like I always do, and we're gonna find some more setups, right? It's simple as that. And then we're gonna execute and implement on these setups, and we're gonna make bread. All right, we do this every single day, right? Adam said pretty much paid for the year with today's profits. You see what I'm saying? So think about it, right? Today's profits pay for a year's worth of the Discord. I mean, come on, right? I show up every day and just give, right? Like real life, real information. People making real money off of YouTube, right? So yeah, I feel just asking. I was in your group, but had to drop out for a minute, even though your price was a steal. Exactly, right? So yeah. All they need is pay, join the fee, hop in on the 212. I know, right? That's how it be. That's how it be. All right. So yeah, we'll talk about Oracle. So let's go, y'all. All right. So let's look at the charts real quick. Why does this keep doing this? All right. All right, so we got Netflix. Uh, so I'm not gonna mess with Netflix tomorrow. I already gave you guys Spy and IWM. We got Robin Hood. For Robin Hood, I like Hood to the upside. So I'm gonna say for Hood, we got 2-2 continuation, right? Um, who else we got? We got Nvidia. We got Nvidia. Nvidia is on a 2-1-2 setup. NVDA. 2-1-2 bullish. Okay. A Watkins, she said, had my first $100 day today for the first time in a while. Last night was my first time watching his YouTube channel, and I made money today from his insights. It was simple. Beautiful, right? Who you make money with, A Watkins? Shout out to that. That's called executing, right? That's what I'm saying. You can make money off of my free YouTube videos. This is what I'm saying. If you want to take it to the next level, then come join. But I'm telling you guys, you can make money off of these free YouTube videos. I'm giving you the game. I'm telling you, like, real talk, right? Can I get a hall pass for the study session? Listen, Henry. Nah, right? I ain't listen. Look, I'm gonna just keep it real with all of you guys, right? You got to listen. You have to earn certain things in life, right? All you need to do is give me your time and give yourself your time and watch my free videos and apply yourself, and you will make money, right? So it's like lock in and focus on the free stuff that I'm giving you because I'm changing people's lives every single day, right? So come on, y'all. All right, come on, like seriously, let's focus, right? Apply ourselves. Apply yourself, right? Come on now. All right. So next, who else we got? We got Affirm. Alchemist Sal advise people to take this free info, make money. Exactly. Exactly. Right? Best Discord hands down, my first year trading. And exactly, learning a lot. Best community to join, no regrets. A Watkins, she said spying IWM. Boom. Right? So NVIDIA, we got Affirm. Right here. Affirm, I'm not going to really mess with it. I'm not going to mess with Dell because they have Dell has earnings this week, so their contracts are super high. James said, take the setup and then pay for the subscription. Exactly. Right? As simple as that. Right? Intel. Right? I'm not. I'll look at Intel on a rejection. Right? So, Intel. All right. Shopify. Shopify might go up. It might go crazy tomorrow. We might get a $3 to $5 move on Shopify tomorrow. So I'm gonna put them on my list. All right. Okay. Uber. I'm not gonna mess with Uber. I don't like the setup. I like APLD on a continuation, so I'm gonna put APLD on bullish continuation. All right. We got Google. Google went crazy. Let me see where Google is at after hours. All right. Google. after hours. Oh my goodness. Google is going absolutely insane. They're up $11 overnight. That's 4%. They was up 6% today. Wow. Yeah. Shout out to Google, man. They going crazy. Hymns. Let's see. Hymns. If hymns could get above 38.17, I would like that. So I'm gonna look at potential hymns continuation. All right. How do you play a 2-2 bullish continuation? Yeah, it's just a break above the previous candle high. Palantir, they got to get above 165.16. So I'm going to look at Palantir on a 2-2 continuation. Palantir. All right. Carvana, Nike. Ooh, Nike is on a double 1 bar. So we got a 3 bar, a bullish 1 bar, and now we got a bearish 1 bar here. So let me see some Nike. Ooh. I'm gonna get Nike to the downside. Nike could potentially, yeah, if Nike gets below 61.49, I'm gonna enter in the puts and I'm gonna let that thing just ride because this looks crazy. So for Nike, I'm gonna put high priority. NKE puts. All right. We got a double inside on a daily. All right. On a daily. So yeah, that's Nike. What else we got? Hold on. Alchemist said, remember when we got out of Google trade 1 second too early? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I remember that. We was in Colombia. I remember that day too. It was, yeah. I got out and literally like 37 seconds later, Google had dropped by like $10. Everybody was like, yo, man. And I took like a 5-10% loss because I was trying to be so responsible, right, as a trader. But I remember that one. That was when Google was at like 140, 150. I remember that day. I ain't gonna forget that one. Right? That was crazy right there. But yeah, it happens, right? So what else we got? So that's Nike. We got AMD. So I'm paying attention to AMD, y'all. If AMD gets above, if they get above 217 calls, right? So AMD, they looking pretty nice. AMD. Okay. Tesla. So Tesla, I wouldn't really mess with it unless they got above this fair value gap. They got a lot of sellers in this area. We got SoFi. SoFi could reject up here at $28. Lyft, they rejected today. They are on a failed to up here, so not gonna mess with them. Circle, Amazon. Amazon got a lot of rejections. Amazon is about to be getting beat up, right? If Amazon wants to go high, it's going to have to be some news to gap up above all of this stuff right here because Amazon got a journey to get above here, right? So I'm not even going to mess with no Amazon to the upside. CoreWeave looks good to the upside. This actually looks really nice. So I'm going to go to Core Weave. Right. All right. We got Lululemon. So Tesla. Yeah, we got CrowdStrike. We got Adobe. Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting setup because so with Adobe, these are their 52-week lows right here at 311. So they could come right back down and lower. So that's something to pay attention to. 3-1 bearish reversal. So that's something to pay attention to. If it breaks below 318, then they could come right back down to 311, and that could be a nice move. All right. Weeble, absolutely garbage, right? Garbage. OKLO, they down here. SMCI. SMCI could make a nice move to the upside. I like this. I like this setup. So I'm going to go to SMCI. Okay. Oracle. Oracle is on a 3-1, right? A 2-1. So if Oracle gets above 203.91, they going to come up to 207. All right. So Oracle 212 bullish setup. That's the setup right there. VRT. Okay, Alibaba. I actually haven't traded Alibaba in a while now. I'm done with the Chinese stocks because all they do is gap up and gap down. Right? I'm done with the Chinese. I've graduated from the Chinese stocks. All right, MRK. We got Celsius, APP, Google. Yeah, we already looked at them. MRVL. They had a beautiful day. They had a beautiful day today, y'all. Oh my goodness. We got AVGO went crazy today. All right. 2-2 bullish reversal. SoundHound went crazy. SoundHound could make a nice move up to like 1285. All right. I didn't say too much about Meta. They're right here. Meta needs to get above 618.49. So if they get above 616.74, then you can enter in the calls and ride it up to 618.48. If they could reject around the 618 area. All right. So that's that. Let's go back down to say Celsius, Marvell, SoundHound, XYZ. XYZ is in the middle of buyers and sellers, so I'm not going to mess with that. Microsoft, nope. Delta Airlines, they already made a move. ARM looks good, but I'm not going to do that one. Apple got a liquidity right here, so we could start to reject, but it looks like a bull flag as well, so I'm not really going to mess with it. It could reject here, though. Let me look at the 4-hour. Oh, we're right, sitting at an order block, and we're on a bearish 1-bar, right at resistance, so we could be coming right back down to 265 if we reject right here, or we could come down here and bounce, or we could come down here and bounce. So cool off of that, right? DoorDash, UAL, IBM. Okay, they had a 212. right? They went silly. CRM, uh, ANET. Okay, I like ANET setup, so I'm gonna put ANET. Bullish continuation. All right. Gold went crazy today. FedEx. Already talked about them. Who else? TSM. TSM went crazy today. So they went crazy right along with AVGO. So TSM could come back up to 292. So if we can get above 285.12, enter in the calls, and we should be able to ride it up to 292. That's on TSM. IBIT, Bitcoin trying to make a comeback. Exxon Mobil, UNH, Bitcoin is at 87,000, so they trying to come back up. Coinbase, they made a nice move to the upside today. Coinbase got room to come all the way up to 300 again, so I'll be paying attention to Coinbase here and there. We got MU, they made a nice move back up as well. Silver, Tempest AI, they made a nice move. That's a 312 bullish reversal. Reddit, don't like the setup. IONQ went crazy today. Rocket Lab, I like Rocket Lab setup, so I'm gonna put Rocket Lab. Okay. All right. Who else we got? Iran went crazy today. Okay. QBTS went crazy today. So I like QBTS. I like Rigetti. Well, I don't like Rigetti setup. They could keep coming up, but I don't like their setup. But I do like QUBT again tomorrow because we got a confirmed double bottom right here. So we could come and test this neckline right here. So look for QUBT to come up to 1236 tomorrow. So if we get above 1160, then we gonna come up to 1236. So we could get continuation on QUBT. OSCR, they gapped up crazy today. So I'm not gonna mess with that. So then we got Datadog. What they got? They trying to come up, but I'm not really gonna mess with that setup. Stocks to research. AMAT went crazy today off of this failed 2 down and then pushed up. So AMAT could be coming back up to 240. So I'm gonna look at AMAT on continuation. AMAT. All right. So he said ADSK on the 2-1. Let me see ADSK. Oh, Autodesk. Okay. Where they at? They're on a 2-1. Yeah. 282. Nah, so 282 or 292. It's come down to test. Okay, so yeah, so if Autodesk breaks below 288.91, enter in the puts, and they could ride down to 286, and then they could come down to this order block right here at 283, 282. All right. So yeah, those are the setups that I'm looking. Well, I ain't looking at all of those setups. So out of all of those setups right there, I'm gonna say my main setups that I like are gonna be my main setups. I like Applied. So apply to that. All right. The reason why I like applied is because, let me show y'all. The reason why I like applied is because we have a lot of room left, right, from this retracement right here. So I like applied a lot right here. So that's one that I'm paying attention to. Hey, Alchemist, man, I'm telling you, get that paid version, right? Get that paid version. You're gonna wish you got it sooner. Who else did I like? ANET and AMAT as well. I like those setups because AMAT, I like this setup a lot. So I'm gonna say AMAT, and then ANET as well. I like ANET. Right? They have a very nice setup as well. So we got ANET, ANET. All right. I also I like this him setup as well because we already have momentum. But we just got to get above 38.17, and then we could go to 42. All right, so that would be a really nice setup and move, right? So, but I like ANET, I like AMAT, and I like APLD. Okay. I personally like trading stocks that are cheaper. Like, I don't buy into the hype of the Tesla, the Meta, right? All of that. I know like Tesla is one of the most popularly traded stocks, but I personally feel like you could make just as much money with Applied as you can with Tesla, right? I feel like you can make just as much money with IWM as you can with SPY, right? So I don't really get caught up in the names. I like getting the best bang for my buck, right? And I also feel like it's easier to manage trades when you could get more contracts of cheaper contracts, right? Because if I have one contract, and I say this almost all the time, but if I have one contract and each contract is $1,500, right? And I got $1,500, but I could go buy 25 contracts, right? Let's say I'm up 15%, and I want to trim for runners. I could sell 15 contracts and still have 10 left and then maximize my joint, right? But if I'm up 15% off of a contract that costs $1,500 and I want to take profit, I can't take partial profit of one contract, right? So I personally like trading stocks that are cheaper premiums so I can maximize that, right? That's just my style. Everybody got their own style, but I like stocks that are cheaper, still make moves, right? Because what do I always say? The more you study, the less you worry. This is what I'm talking about, right? I don't get caught up in the names. I don't get caught up in, oh, Meta, Tesla, right? No. I understand how they play a factor in the market, but I be liking small cap stocks. Before Google was $300, everybody in the Discord will tell you we've been trading Google since they was at 140. I remember we had a month, it was back in June, and it was a 3-stock challenge. Only trade 3 stocks for the whole month, right? And what did I do? Google was one of them. It was Google, MU, and it was Alibaba. I was only trading those 3 stocks the whole month, right? I say that to say, I was trading Google before everybody was, it was what it is now, right? So yeah. Zay, do you think quantum stocks like QBTS are going to consolidate for the rest of the year? I mean, everybody going to say what they say. I don't know. I think they're going to retrace. So we just got to look at their range on the charts and really see, right? Um, if I'm looking at the daily with like QUBT on a double bottom, though, I think that they could really take off back up to $20. But once again, we got to see, right? RGTI, right? They kind of consolidating right now, but me personally, I don't know. I just pay attention to the candlesticks, right? What I see there. If I see consolidation, cool. If not, cool, right? Because I'm not invested. I'm not buying like quantum computing and stuff like that right now anyway. So me personally, I don't really care if they're consolidating, and I'm not being rude or nothing, but like I'm looking on for setups that's about to move. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of how I feel. All right. Exactly. Trade the setups, not the names. I'm gonna do a whole video about this. Right? Yeah, the spreads they do be different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can average in the winners when stocks are cheap. You can't average in the winners when the stocks are, $900. That's why, like Dell, right? I be trading Dell. Right? DELL is a ticker symbol, right? Okay. Now, usually, Dell's contracts are like $200, right? $200 or something like that. I looked at Dell the other day because I was about to get into a swing. I said $500. They was even more, right? They was like it's December 5th. Last week when I was about to get in, it was like $1,200. I was like, no, I'm gonna just wait until after earnings, right? I'm gonna just wait until after earnings because I'm not pressed to get into a Dell swing. Like, if it gaps up, I'm gonna just trade it after it has earnings. It's that simple. Now that I know how to trade a stock on earnings, I'm good. I don't care about the move that it made at earnings, right? Because a lot of times people get cooked on those, even if it does go in a direction. Because if the stock does not make its estimated move, is implied move, then you're not gonna make no money on earnings anyway, right? So the best way to do it is to already have shares, right? Or if you want to gamble, go throw $100 at some out of the money contracts, but you still got to know your expected move and you got to be strategic with it, and you do it that way, right? So that's how I like to do it. That's how I like to play it. Just keep it simple like that. All right. So those are my setups that I'm looking at tomorrow. Those are what I'm focusing on. I gave you guys the setups. I gave y'all IWM. I gave y'all SPY, right? I broke it all down for you for the past hour, right? So listen, y'all. I want you guys to really understand that this right here is beyond life changing. And if you really apply yourself, you could go make this bread consistently. All right. If you need help with your plan, your strategy, your psychology, okay, come. We do a one-on-one, right? If you want to get access to the whole course, if you want to learn how to trade these setups consistently and talk to more people, join the Discord, right? If you want to intentionally focus on your trading strategy, do a one-on-one, right? And if you want to just be like, I'm going to just get free game from you on YouTube, then just get the free game, right? That's all you got to do, right? But at the end of the day, please understand that the value that is being brought on a consistent basis, right? All original content. Every time I speak, I'm not recycling nothing, right? Fresh videos that I'm recording consistently. Come on, y'all, right? Like, really understand what's happening here. All right. Marquin said 1K a day got easy. Where they saying that at? That's 22,000 a month. If we average 22 days trading days a month, right? 22K, that's 240 a year. What are we talking about, right? Would you give me, right? Would you give me 1,300 a year if I was going to give you 240,000 a year? Of course you would, right? That's how you got to start thinking. That's the mindset, right? So if you know your analysis of levels, you don't need earnings. Exactly, right? As simple as that. Would you play Snow 2-on-2 bullish? Let me see real quick. Snow, right? Let me see what Snow is. He said, facts, you giving your knowledge. Yeah, yeah. And I've lost a lot of money to learn the lessons that I'm giving you guys for free, right? Like, please understand this stuff, right? It took me real L's, real tears, right? Real frustration. Like, it may look easy on YouTube, but like, please understand that there's real frustration when this camera has been turned off before I even started making videos about the stock market, right? I was getting to the money before I made videos about the stock market, right? But I wanted to make sure that when I talked, I wasn't just saying stuff that I was uneducated about. I was in the lab, right? I was really learning. I was going through shit. I was losing money. I was making money, right? I was going through trials and tribulations. So you guys got to understand that, like, the stuff that's being said, this is tried and true. This is tested, right? And tested. This is battle tested. That's why I could come on here, have no script every single day and give you guys bangers, right? And not ask y'all for nothing but click a button, right? I'm operating out of sheer abundance and being a vessel, right? Because I was put on here to be a vessel and spread a certain message. So this stuff goes a lot deeper than just some stocks, right? Like, please understand what like real like value really is out here, right? We ain't gossiping, we ain't playing no games out here. We just every day trying to change people's lives, right? Like, please understand that. Okay? That's the mindset and loving the zebra. Oh, hey, the TV got when you turn the TV off, it has a photo, right? So I chose a zebra, for sure. What up, motorcycle? I'm late today. I cover everything. Yeah, we went over everything. All right. So yeah, y'all. I like all of those. If you guys want to join the Discord, come join the Discord. If y'all want to book a one-on-one and you want to really turn your whole trading up, right? Then book a call, right? That's all you got to do. It's holiday season right now. It's gonna be a little bit slower, right? So understand all of that, right? Now is the time to set yourself up for 2026. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Yeah, going through real ups and downs now. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, like, I'm telling you guys, to go on a journey, and I'm doing this full time. You see what I'm saying? Full time, every day, waking up, showing up for others, for myself, for those that love me, right? I'm not just some robot, some AI robot that's here to give you and feed you plays. No, right? It's a real human being on the other side of this camera, right? So you got to understand, like, to show up like this every single day, that take a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all think about everything that be popping up in y'all life. You see what I'm saying? And for you to still have to show up consistently in your way, in spite of everything that be going on in your personal life, I want you guys to think about how challenging that could be for you, right? Just think about that, right? So this is real life here. This is real life. This is real people's lives getting changed, right? We giving because the Most High told me to give. You see what I'm saying? I give without focusing on what I'm going to get back, right? That's a universal principle of abundance, right? Like, really, really, really understand that. I go so hard because I want y'all to change your life, right? I want y'all to change your life if y'all haven't already. I want more people to experience a feeling of abundance. I want people to feel like what it feel like to know that you ain't got to worry about money and bread, right? I want that for you guys if you're not experiencing it already. So it's like you got to meet me halfway. You got to meet God halfway, right? Ain't nobody about to come up to you, knock on your door and be like, yo, here's your brokerage account. Here's money in your account. Go buy these stocks. This is the strike. No, you got to put some kind of work in, right? Because there's something else being presented to you. So really, really, really understand this stuff. Nobody is going to come and peace feed you and give you game for you to change your whole life and you ain't got to do no work for it. That's not how the game go, right? That's not how the game work. So this is really, really, really how it go. Y'all see what I'm saying? I really want to get emails that people made their first 100K. People made their first 25K. That's what I want, right? I'm being who I wish I had when I was trying to really learn how to trade. I'm being thorough. I'm being consistent. I'm not being stingy, right? Because there's somebody out there that needed me and needs me that I haven't reached yet, right? This stuff is really actually spiritual when you think about it. Creating content, right? Being somebody for other people that you don't even know. I haven't met anybody off of YouTube, right? But being there for you and on your journey, that is a spiritual thing. You see what I'm saying? So it gets deep when you really start to really unravel the layers. That's why I always say this is way more and bigger than trading stocks. It's way bigger than this, right? It's way bigger than the candlesticks. That's your vehicle so that you could buy your time and buy your freedom. But you don't really know who you are until you can walk away from the job and have your time back so you could go and explore what you really like and what you really want to do. Because if you only making money, you're going to feel pointless and useless. I've been there before too. I know what it's like to be making the money, but feeling like, damn, I still feel directionless. I just feel like I'm here, right? So it's like, I'm really here for you on your journey, whatever your journey is, right? This stuff goes deep, right? I'm on the West Coast, right? I've been traveling all year. Spent four months in Colombia, right? Was in Phoenix, Vegas. Been living in Vegas for 3 years, right? But I've been traveling all year. Colombia, Panama, right? Vegas, Phoenix. And through all of that, traveling, everything, ain't missed one video. Scheduling them out, busting down 2, 3, 4 videos a day when I got to. Every single day, right? Still got to trade. All of this stuff, y'all. I do it because I really want to see y'all change your life. That's why I'm saying this all. I want you guys to understand. I want you to change your life more than sometimes some people want to, right? This is how you make real impact in the real world. And I understand that. Right? So yeah, you appreciate that, Dres, right? Alchemist said we grew a lot, inside and out, trading at one point. The strat was totally different. Exactly, right? And I bring things, make sure it's vetted, and I got so much more stuff, right, to share with everybody, right? You helped me get there, pulling myself out of a hole, real change in my life. Hey, that's a blessing, man. That's what it's about, right? For sure, Carlos. So, yeah, appreciate that, A. Watkins. So, yeah, do I want y'all to make money? Absolutely. But more than money, I want to help change your life in a way that is intangible, right? I want you to feel something after coming and watching the videos that I make. I don't want you to only come here and make money. I want you to come here thinking that you're going to make money, and then you change your whole life and you change your whole perspective, right? That's what I want. I want you to think you're only getting money guidance from me. And then when it's all said and done, you don't even realize how much your whole life has changed. That's how you really, really, really do it. And that's what I want for all of y'all. Okay? That's what I really want for y'all. I want y'all to be able to do things for your parents, right? If you ain't already. I want y'all to be able to quit, stack up a crazy bag, right? Change your mindset, change your perspective, have more time for yourself, for your life, for your family. Be able to go on that vacation, get in one swing trade, go make 4K. Now you got 2K for a vacation. I want that for you. I want that for you. Right? So listen, y'all. I don't want to be on a tangent, but sometimes these messages, they just come and it just be flowing, right? It just be flowing. So please understand, if you coming over here, Prosperity Collective, a one-on-one, right? It's gonna be, you gonna get something completely different that ain't got nothing to do with only making money, right? Because money ain't my God, right? I've been down bad with no money and I still have to keep my character intact and I still have to do my thing and smile and be happy for others as well, right? I didn't watch people shine in front of my face and I was down bad. Still have to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? Congratulate them when I'm feeling like I ain't got it. That's real life sometimes, right? So it's like, just understand how deep this stuff really be going. All right? Nah, not stress when you hurt yourself. I was able to use the skills I learned in trade while in bed off work this morning. It's crazy. Couldn't go to work, but made like $700 today, right? In the market. Come on now. He ain't miss a beat. This is how you get ahead in the game of life, right? Best B said, yeah, I've been on the dark side from a former addict and giving up on life to God save me once so we could meet. See what I'm saying? This stuff go way deeper, right? That man changed his whole life around. Whole life around. And I know he was seeking the stuff before me. I ain't taking no credit for it, right? But to be a part of people's transformational journeys, that's a blessing to me, right? Sean Walker said, thank you. First time seeing you and really inspired. Man, that's what I'm talking about, right? So let's make sure that we stacking our bread, we increasing our cash flow, we learning how to trade. Because these AI robots and this technology, it's coming for everybody, right? It's coming for everybody, right? So you got to make sure you know how to make this bread in the market, right? Flow with the universe and the universe fills you with blessings. Exactly, Carlos. That's law right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the real law. Jory said, how did you make it through the tough times? Listen, I always say, well, I believe that tough times don't last, but tough people do, right? So you got to think, right? This is something I learned. Hard men create soft times, but soft men create hard times, right? Follow what I'm saying here. How did I make it through the hard times, tough times? Because I'm tougher. And that's not ego, right? You got to understand that once again, it's deeper. I had a purpose that I was willing to go through whatever I had to go through to get where I wanted to go. You see what I'm saying? So a tough time ain't really that tough because I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So if I got to go through some bullshit, if I got to go through some mud, I'm going to do it because I know why I'm doing this. And that's why you can't just be doing stuff with no purpose, because it's going to be easy to quit when something pops up. I've had so many things pop up in my life that I had to persist through. So the hardest thing for me was like learning patience. That's been very hard for me. You see what I'm saying? But the challenge hasn't really been that hard. Yeah, do things be annoying? Yes, right? But I know why I am doing what I am doing. So I'm not just doing something because somebody was flashing a watch in front of my face, being like, oh, I got a rollie. Come listen to me. Right? No. Because the Bible always says, it says, wisdom is more valuable than rubies and gold. So what does that mean? What that means is seek wisdom more than you seek the materialism. You see what I'm saying? And so I lead with the wisdom, not the materialism. Y'all see what I'm saying here? I lead with the wisdom because wisdom is more valuable than the materialism that people put in your face so that you can listen to them. I don't want you to listen to me because of materialism, right? I want to present wisdom. And if you're able to recognize what is in front of your face, you are going to be blessed because I am a messenger, right? So that's how I get through hard times. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? So that's what I would say to that. All right. Appreciate it, Best B. Real talk. Real talk, right? It's about alignment. Yep. It's all about alignment, Davita. Seriously. Right. I plan on doing the same thing once I'm more consistent. I know I'm ready. Yeah. Yeah. Go be a light for somebody else, right? They always say God works in mysterious ways. Sometimes you are the mysterious way. You see what I'm saying? Think about that. God works in mysterious ways. Sometimes you are the mysterious way that God is working in somebody else's life, the same way that somebody was a mysterious way for you and you don't even know how the thing happened. Right? It's real life. Right? You need devotion. I know, right? That's funny. Right? Almost like a Wisdom Wednesday on the Monday. Yeah. Yeah. Real talk. Right? So I'm saying this stuff every day. Right? It just be coming. So I'll be learning stuff, right? From other people and all of that stuff. So listen, y'all. I could be doing this all night, but I appreciate y'all tapping in. Like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, I want you to say it with me and we're going to wrap this up. All right? The more you study, the less you worry. All right? Listen, appreciate that, Patty. Right? Patience, working on that as well. Definitely, right? Just came back from a mission trip. Shout out to that, man. I want to get out to Kenya, Africa, for sure. But yeah, y'all have a great night. Kill it in the market tomorrow. Don't forget everything we talked about, right? And we gonna see how y'all did. All right, y'all have a great night. I'ma holler at y'all on tomorrow's video. Peace.